near the tower. Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay. Let's get the stream started. Hey, y'all, what up, what's happening? It's Kami the Wolfboy, aka Pretty Blicky, aka Slick Blick, aka your favorite baby father. And we're back with some more Immortals, Phoenix Rising. I didn't really feel like streaming today, but I figured I would stream anyway just because try to be more consistent. Plus, I did tell one of my recent followers that I was gonna play this game fairly consistently. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing this today. I might switch over to Minecraft Dungeons depending on how I'm feeling, but for the most part, right now we're gonna focus on uh, Immortals Phoenix Rising. Turn this down just a little bit more, and we should be ready to start. As y'all can see, I switched to a different cosmetic uh, because we're going to be pursuing a completely different god of Olympus. Actually, I don't. Do I want to go this way? I walked off the front, getting ready to jump and fly in that direction without thinking, is that the direction I'm actually supposed to be traveling in? Okay. Oh, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. If there's anybody who's, potentially still celebrating their little, Christmas shenanigans. I don't know why it's doing that. All I did was switch to a different tab. All right, the stream is on. Go here. All right. So for the time being, do I want to go with Athena or do I want to go with Ares? Ugh. I'm not gonna lie. With how close these two are together, I think I'm going to go over here. Mandatory banana. All right. We're finna go to Gaia Soul, then try to find what's her name? Athena. Hmm. Okay. I've actually been getting a lot of views on my Twitch stuff recently, which is nice, especially in comparison to what I was getting before. Because maybe 5 or 10 views, and now all of a sudden you're getting 40 something, 50 something views. It's a nice change. Also nice to know that my even though I tend to be a bit more calm and reserved in comparison to most other Twitch streamers right now, uh, getting a bunch of new followers and having people stick around just to hear me do my TED Talks is always nice. You know what? I really cannot trust this Twitch mobile stream manager shit. I don't know what the fuck it is with this app, but it just does not seem to be giving me an accurate view of how many people there are in my chat, and that's a problem. Either that or it's doing like the lurk thing, where if a person isn't like actively commenting all the time or some shit like that, it doesn't count them as a legitimate viewer. And it fucks with me because it prevents me from being able to know when to like adjust my approach to the way that I'm streaming. Because if there are a lot of people in the chat but nobody's dropping comments, then it would probably make the most sense to ask people questions like, hey, do y'all want to see this or do y'all want to see that? Because like I said before, I have no problem with people kind of like lurking. But yeah, like it kind of gets in the way of me being able to effectively know, like, you know, should I be asking questions in the chat or should I just keep playing? Because if it's only like, 3 people in the chat and they lurking, then it's no reason for me to just be asking a bunch of questions back to back, because that kind of puts pressure on 3 random people to kind of like answer all my questions, and carry the fucking stream. But if it's like 20 people in my chat not saying anything, then it makes more sense for me to be like, hey, what y'all got going on? Like, I see y'all in the chat. Y'all want to see a specific game. Y'all enjoying yourself. Y'all not enjoying yourself. What the deal is. But yeah, I don't know where this starts. Do I have to go all the way up there? Probably. I was hoping it was going to be more. I was hoping it was going to be closer because I kind of want to get right into the action. But I'm a loot goblin and I want to see what this place has to offer. Because I didn't do all of this the first time I played. I got irritated with some of how the puzzles aren't really puzzles.
The
It's kind of
Lesbian
like,
women. Even petrified in
hold up,
stone, they still reeked of Aphrodite's
mink, mink, mink. This stupid ass over here. Mink.
No, I don't want to.
Not even gonna get the chance, stupid. Throw ass out of here.
Conspiracy, right?
I want
A
to buy
bunch
the
Yay!
of
tools
women on Lemnos got woke
because
and
that's
killed all the
such a
men.
convenient
So
thing.
the
And
mortals pinned it on Aphrodite, saying that she made the women smell bad so their husbands wouldn't touch them. That actually kind of makes sense. You'd be surprised what summering on Lesbos can teach you.
All right, let's this out the way real quick. I mean, these puzzles aren't not really puzzles, but these little mini games aren't bad. And these are the coins of Karen, right?
Karen.
All right, time to call the cops on some black teenagers. I got them Karen coins on me.
No.
Damn.
No.
Damn.
I feel bad for that.
Damn.
God.
Damn.
That shit was perfectly timed too. I heard it. I heard it in your voice. You wasn't expecting
Fucking hell.
it.
I hate that it's accurate, but oh my fucking god. He's
But
killing
yeah,
me. He's trying to kill me.
you know, kill them with kindness and love. That's what I always say. It's not always what I say. I be trying to run in people's mouth at every conceivable opportunity. That's why I stay in the house. If I'm being honest with myself.
Holy shit.
Like, what?
Alright,
Let me not even kid myself and pretend like I'm a pacifist, because I'm not.
one day I'll have $6,000 to give to 1,000 subs.
Bruh, that'll be the fucking day. I just fucking wake up, do my stream per normal, and you're just like, well, taxes hit, and my bills are paid.
I'm really gonna rely on my taxes to pay off my firm.
It was
Because
the
oh,
gods who broke this world. I am the one to remake
or if I
it.
can at least knock out like half of my firm, I would honestly be happy. Cut my monthly payments from like 260 to like 130. I would be happy.
Yeah, that's.
I'd like to all out use my taxes. I don't know how it's going to work when all the stuff starts changing. So I don't know if I'm going to get a greater return with all the extra stuff that I get to put down as deductions with the other stuff. I don't understand. That's why I basically put it.
What?
They got me back decent money every time, so I can't do too much. This Pokemon game's rigged. I think Kami rigged it against me.
What the fuck? Fuck out of here.
There was more to
the
be done.
best way to
Fenyx
see
was to truly free
chicken
the
for
corrupted
this.
heroes from
Then I want to
Typhon's
use a playing
grasp.
chicken, but I
I
must
know who the
never use
fuck
a
I am.
separate sauce.
It's Big Phoenix.
Oh, oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. If you wanted to like duo something, like Wednesday, Kami, I am down. Or I spend like a good chunk of Wednesday getting all my shit set up on my side.
Phoenix
Yeah.
riding reminds me of the hero
It's not gonna take
riding
long.
Pegasus. No
That's
hero
what
could
Especially
tame
if we're doing the
Pegasus
screen share thing.
until Athena came
That's
to
what I was trying to
Lesbos
tell
with a
Indica the
dream
other day. Like,
and
I don't
gave
know
him a
why.
golden bridle. Then they rode together like the wind itself.
I didn't even know you had the final.
You need to get a hobby rather than living
Didn't hear it.
vicariously through others.
What was I gonna say? Oh, that's what I was trying to tell Indica yesterday. Like, all of that setup shit would have been 100 times easier if we was all in Discord and she was just looking at my screen share. So then I could have showed her the step by step. But you not fucking hard-headed, or I don't know what was going on, but I'm still irritated about it, so I'm being
No,
kind
no,
of
I'm
mean.
very hard-headed. I'm still hard-headed. What do you mean? No, I'm very hard-headed, goddammit.
It's like it. Am I supposed to be? Is this supposed to be like a running challenge? Y'all want me to? You know what? The best part about this is that because of my shits, I can effectively run indefinitely. I mean, do y'all want me to run straight through? Because I could do that as well.
Sony PlayStation really needs to release a fucking app like the Xbox app on Windows so that I can continue playing my PlayStation titles because I really don't want to rebuy some of my games.
I assumed I was supposed to follow the path, but I guess not. And then it's kind of dumb that the path that they set you up on contains like a bunch of random enemies that'll keep following you. So if you really do cut straight through here, uh, it's a fucking rat for you. And that's again, it just takes me back to the stuff I dislike about this game. I wish a lot of games would just accept that they're short. Like, just accept that you made a game that was short and sweet. You don't have to do all of this extra shit and be putting little, you know, like just out of place obstacles. Like, really think about this for a second. Out of all of the places for them to be, why would they be sitting right there? It's just one of them things that don't really make sense to me. Especially considering you have limited stamina. What are the odds of you being able to make this trip unless you're already like significantly powered up? And even though I ran above them, they still see, this is what I mean. I mean, I ran pretty much as fast as my character is able to run, and I still wasn't able to make it. And that's pretty much like that's really as fast as Fenyx runs. There is no other secret as far as I'm aware. Because again, I've beaten this game, so I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing, and there are other abilities in the menu that make you run exponentially faster or something. I don't know. But yeah, right here it just seems kind of, I don't know. It seems kind of off. Let me look at something real quick because I could be missing. We No, those are running attacks. Oh, I'm not seeing anything on here that would make me run faster.
Man, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Like, the game looks fun. I just don't want to rebuy it. I mean, it is fun, I just don't want to rebuy it.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like there's really nothing for me to do. Uh, yeah, there's nothing that makes me run faster. There's nothing that makes me fly faster. So, I mean, as far as I'm aware right now, hold on, let me see something. Double jump and air dodge. Yeah, I mean, like it's cool, but I don't see anything that'll make me run faster. Unless they expect me to use my unless they expect me to use my mount or something like that.
Okay, Robin
Okay,
Hood's doing
so
give me, so let me see what that's about, actually. Oh man, where are you at? I don't want to play that.
oh, and then you can't do the challenge on the shit. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time.
Man, I don't even want to try out hardcore because I just really don't
Yeah, that's a done deal. This reminds me a lot of everything I hated about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like y'all have stuff here, I mean, and it's kind of like, you get coins, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this just screams like filler to me. It
That
just
was a big
screams.
complaint of Phoenix was the tons and tons of filler.
Yeah, like what if these were like trials of Hermes? Like Hermes
Right,
giving
right.
me like trials of Hermes, like I'm running so that I can get faster. Like Hermes is literally training me to run faster. And you know, that's how you run faster in the game. That would have been something I cared about a little bit more. But just this random trial in the middle of nowhere, it's like, oh, this is how you get the Karen coins. But like,
Karen.
I don't know. It just, and then when you think about how much stamina is used up when you're running, and how little distance you cover with all of the stamina. Like I have 6 bars of stamina, and you mean to tell me I can't make it over there? Like I can't get from here to here with 6 bars of stamina. So at that point, y'all just purposefully nerfed the shit out of the main character and gave them worse stamina than like regular human beings. Like you expect me to believe this person is a fucking demigod, and they literally run out of stamina before they make it here. I'm not even a fucking sprinter, and I can outpace Fenyx. So it's like it just from a person who's a little more like, I don't know, not fucking slow. It just doesn't really make sense. Like I understand that it's a video game, but at the very least you could have fulfilled the basic requirements for immersion when you feel what I'm saying, like pushing pushing like fantasy. Because how do you have a main character that's supposed to be like a demigod or some shit, but they run faster than regular people? And you expect me to believe this is the person that's actually like the main character of your story. This is the person that's gonna save the fucking world. Like, come on now. Even for a game that's, you know, based on Olympus and all of that and fantasy, like you still could have did a much y'all still could have did a much better job with that. Or maybe you couldn't. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just complaining because it seems kind of like a like a counterproductive or not really all that smart way of going about designing a character. That's also one of the main reasons I typically use cheats to get all the cosmetics and shit, because the cosmetics for weapons and armor and all of that tend to be locked behind challenges that are just, you feel me, um more trouble than they're worth. Like if I can just cheat and get infinite stamina, why would I do anything other than that? There's no reason for me to do anything other than cheat and get extra stamina. Why are you here?
You haven't done yourself a face yet. You're excessive.
Go stupid ass out of here.
Push Typhoon into the sea. Oh wait, I'm hearing he can breathe underwater. We're screwed.
Okay. But yeah, I definitely agree with the notion that there's way too much filler in this game. You could have just made the game short and sweet, people. Like, what's wrong with y'all making games short and sweet? Why do y'all always have to try to drag out the amount of hours people are spending playing your game? Like, as a person who's been gaming since I was a jit, like y'all gotta stop with the fucking, oh, it's, you know, 20, 30. 60 fucking hours of gameplay, but it's just this stupid shit. You made a big ass map that's pretty as hell, but it's painful as hell for me to walk across this map normally. Because there's so
Yeah, see
much little shit.
that was the big thing with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I remember Ubisoft boasting, 200 hours of gameplay, but there's literally like 180 hours of just fetch quests and go over here and collect this chest, and go over here and collect that chest, go over here and dig this up, go over there dig that up, go get this paper over there, go get this paper over there.
Mhm. The one thing that I dislike about this so strongly is that there are no NPCs. There are no regular people
Oh,
just
it's just
around for
empty.
you to interact with.
Oh, it's just empty. Oh god, it's
Yeah,
so
like
slow.
this whole shit is like,
That
and I
makes it
didn't
even
notice
worse.
it. I didn't notice it until this gameplay, but the whole fucking map is empty.
You right though. Like, dang, hold
Oh yeah,
on.
that makes it even. Ugh,
That's weird.
Right?
makes it
Because
even worse.
think about it. This whole time I've been playing Immortals Fenyx Rising, not once have you just come across a random citizen in any of these areas whatsoever. So you mean to tell me the whole fucking city is just empty? And I understand, right? Because they said a lot of people was turned to stone. But even when you walk across the land, you don't really see anybody traveling, right? Like I could be wrong, but I don't see somebody just raided my stream. I've never had a raid before. Wait, what's happening?
Hey.
Sasori. There are ads? Wait, hold on. Can I stop the ads from playing?
Nice.
Wait, did somebody take my raid entity? What's happening?
Raid entity. That. Oh wait, god damn it.
Yeah, you took my R card. What's happening? I have 11 viewers and 40 followers now. Thank you very much. So welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Kami the Wolfboy, aka Pretty Blicky, aka Slick Blick, aka your favorite baby father. I do charity work. I work in education. Some of my favorite YouTubers are Dashy Games slash Dashy XP slash Dashy XP2 slash MrNasun.com, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. You feel what I'm saying? Alicia X Death. Who else? I mean, it's quite a lot of people. I fuck with some Twitch streamers as well. I like Ludwig, Queso, Courage, a few other Twitch streamers out there. So I'm gonna drop some info in the chat real quick if y'all want to look at my Discord. This is my Discord link. My Discord has Pokemon RPG game as well as a Pokemon roulette. So if you like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Yellow, the old types, it has a game pretty much identical to that. You know how Discord games typically you have to type in a bunch of commands back to back. With this game, you only have to type in the tutorial command once. It'll take you through the tutorial and then it'll pull up a menu where you actually push buttons, pretty much like a handheld gaming system. So if you like Pokemon at all, definitely give that a check in the Discord. We also have anime slash video game waifu hubby roulette. So if you're a video game fan, a anime fan, whether you like male characters, female characters, whatever, anything outside of in between. Shout out to all the legitimate Qua homies. If you like that, I just got gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Bubbly Hermit, for 5 subs. Wait, Panda Cakes. Shout out to Panda Cakes. Panda Cakes is actually one of my recent followers, so knowing that they got a gifted sub actually makes me happy. I got gifted subs. We are out here. I have 20 shits. I have officially 42 followers. And wait, how many subscribers do I have? I think I have 15 subscribers. Hold on, let me refresh my page real quick. Wait, what's happening? Oh, I got a hype train. So I got 5 subs. A hype train just started. I have 16 total subscribers, and there are 11 people on my stream. But yeah, so when you go to the Discord, you can type !W for woman and G for game, or it's like it's exclamation point WG or it's dollar sign WG, one of those. And it'll roll a random thing to see who in anime or who in video games you get paired with. And you can start your own harem. And basically, if you want to be married to Dante from Devil May Cry, you basically roll to see if you can get Dante from Devil May Cry and then react with an emoji to marry them. So you can have your little anime slash video game character harem. Also, if you get a character you don't recognize and you want to go check out the anime because you like the little thumbnail, you go to the anime on YouTube or whatever, look it up on YouTube, come back to the chat, let us know what you think about the anime. We also have a lewd section specifically for people that like suggestive memes, but we have it in a specific section so that nobody who's uninterested in that type of content has to be exposed to it. So we have an extra layer of like protection to make sure nobody is in that chat by accident. People end up in that chat specifically because they like, you know, the kinky memes or whatever. Then for merch, I think my merch command is actually working. Yeah, so I have merch with Adidas, Under Armour, Champion, what is it, American Apparel, etc. Pretty much all of my profits either go to the artists associated with those designs, or the profit goes directly to me so that I can buy merch and give y'all merch for free, because that's usually what I do. I either buy merch so that y'all can have it, because I know a lot of people don't want to spend $40, $50 on a hoodie, and my hands are tied because these clothes are coming from those respective brands. I do not screen print that stuff myself. It's not like I pay, you know, a random third-party person to screen print this stuff. This is actually coming directly from the brand names listed on, like, you feel me? So if it says Adidas, it's coming straight from Adidas. If it says Under Armour, it's coming straight from Under Armour. And they charge, I think, like 20, 30 something dollars. Then the company that I work with, the third-party company that I work with that got me the contract in the first place, they charge a little bit on top of that. So in turn, if you see something priced on my website, keep in mind, I'm only making a $5 profit, right, off of the items that you buy. So there's $5 worth of a profit margin on pretty much all the hoodies, all the clothing, accessories, and everything. So because I know that these companies are basically price gouging people, and it's kind of difficult to get around if you're just coming to my channel for the first time. You don't really know if you want to, invest. You don't know if I'm the right type of person. I could just be faking the funk and pretending like I'm this great guy or whatever, but really I'm spending money on like drugs and hookers. Like, you never know. So like, with that being said, even if you can't afford a hoodie or you're not sure you want to invest yet, don't worry, stick around. You just saw somebody buy subs. Bubbly Hermit tends to pop in and buy subs every now and again, so you probably won't have to spend money on getting a subscription yourself. Just stick around for a little while. Same thing with merch. I take the money that's from all of the designs that I specifically made and all of the designs that are specifically associated with me. I take that profit and I buy merch so that y'all can get merch for free. I handle all of the costs there. You don't have to pay for shipping or any of that. It's not like, oh, you know, but you got to cash at me this. There's no none of that. I just invest so that y'all can get merch for free. So if you like what you see for the Discord, or you like what you see for the merch, definitely check out my official website, commythewolfboy.com. There is an about section that tells you a little bit more about who I am as a person, some of the things that I've gone through, and what motivates me to make music, what motivates me to do content, what motivates me to, I guess, be a bit more personal with the way I approach content creation. I just unlocked a new emote for Hype Train, from the Hype Train. So shout out to Bubbly Hermit for buying subs, and shout out to Sasori Z. Wait, is it Riz? Or is it Sasori 86? Hold on, I'm going to follow you. Okay. So I just sent this person a follow. Thank you very much. If anybody else who joined their raid actually does content, please drop your name in the chat, or just drop a message and say, hey, yo, I do content as well, so that I can follow pretty much everybody who just started following me. Because if you do content, I want to support y'all as well. Here y'all go with this hydrate.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, so let's get back to the gameplay. I took a little pause because I've said this before on stream, but it's a new stream and y'all might not notice about me. But I've been a fan of Markiplier for a while. Markiplier and Dashy Games are the two YouTubers I watched the most when my health was at its worst, when my both my mental and my physical health was at its worst. Um, Dealing with being abused by different family members and stuff like that, and being in therapy, being in the hospital bed, having to relearn how to walk because I lost so much weight that essentially my muscles, my tendons, um, everything, it was just weak. My whole body was weak. I had, no body fat, really lost a lot of muscle mass, and I had to relearn how to walk. Dashi and Markiplier are the reasons I was able to be happy enough and get dopamine in my system just to really get out of bed. Just walking around my hospital bed, pacing around my hospital bed over and over again while, blasting the video and watching it over and over again, replaying my favorite Dashi videos, watching game compilations with all my favorite YouTubers. Um, but yeah, Mark and Dashi definitely inspired me a lot to gain weight, to be happy about life again, uh, to really be more hopeful about my future, even if shit was, not looking good now. Um, so when it comes to the way I do content creation, I'm big on, trying to create organic personal relationships, like rather than creating an environment that facilitates parasocial relationships. Like I don't want anybody to be a fanatic and be, giving me their last and not paying their rent or some shit because I was on, Twitch emotionally manipulating people like, oh, you can do more than that. Like, nah. Um, and there was a specific video that I saw of Mark's where he cried a lot and talked about how being what is it? When you grow on any platform, there comes a time where you stop being able to have personal relationships with people. And I realized that a lot of that comes from the fact that most Twitch streamers, most YouTubers, when they were trying to blow up, a lot of them didn't believe they were really going to blow up. They were just doing it because they wanted to. So that creates a dynamic where they don't really feel the need to reach out to too many people because they're like, okay, well, I'm just, doing my streaming or I'm just doing YouTube because, my friends wanted me to do it or because I just want to have fun with my friends. And then out of nowhere, they start blowing up and they kind of respond to a few messages, a few comments, whatever. They might do mail time videos like Dash used to do. But essentially, you don't know until you're already too big to be personal with people, right? You don't know how important it is to try to reach out to many people as possible, to follow people back, to respond to comments, to, DM people, whatever the case may be. You don't really realize how important it is to do that from the very beginning until you're already too big to do it. Because then you got this many tens of thousands of subscribers or a few 100,000 or a few million subscribers, and you have to be careful because you could try to do a collab with somebody and that person turns out to be a predator of some type. And you don't know until the video goes viral. And you were just trying to show love to your fans and you were just trying to like, give back to the community or whatever. But like you can't because you got so big, you're getting so much attention from all of the wrong people, basically. Um, and seeing that firsthand with a lot of my favorite YouTubers, seeing how they started out doing mail time videos, unboxing videos, all different types of stuff, and then they just up and stop because somebody sent them something, somebody sent them something inappropriate, or I don't know, anything could happen really, or maybe somebody didn't like their reaction that they had. Literally anything could happen. So understanding how messed up that is right? Like how messed up the dynamic is where as a content creator, you can't always just go do it the way a lot of other people can do it when they're first starting. I just want to make sure I handle my initial, whatever little initial blow up I might have. Maybe I'll stay at 20 subscribers and 42 followers. Maybe I'll never break 50, who knows? But either way, I want to start with as much of my true self in my content as possible. Where even though it may seem a bit excessive or it's not that deep or maybe I talk too much to some people, I personally feel like content creators don't really talk as much as they should about who they really are as people. And if I had to summarize, I would just say we've gotten to a point where being entertaining is the only thing that's important. As long as you're entertaining, most people will just, keep subscribing to your content, keep coming back to your videos. We need to get back to a point where we start supporting people because of who they are as well. Like, I may not watch every single Dashi video, but Dashi's such a great person based off of what I've known so far that, like, I don't, even when Dashi is like, I don't feel like watching a Dashi video, I'll still go to that video and like it and put it in my watch later so that I could just come back to it later. It's certain practices you have when you want very specific people to be successful and you just personally have the time, energy, and effort, uh, I guess in your battery, right? Like you have the spoons, you have the energy to give this person a few extra clicks or a few minutes of watch time, whatever the case may be. And because I do that, I kind of want to attract that type of fan base where people approach me because of who I am, and they actually give a fuck about the shit that's coming out my mouth. So instead of it just being dopamine, 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 run and jump and chat, chat, chat. Oh my God, chat. Like instead of doing that shit, I kind of want to attract a fan base that has long-term thinking skills, people who prefer to have a conversation, right? They want to be a part of a dialogue. They don't just want to sit in a chat with like 1,000 other people and try to compete for attention. They don't want to be interested in a content creator that forces people to compete for attention. You feel me? I want to attract people who genuinely understand, like, hey, I want to follow the right people. And this happens to be the right person. Like, if I happen to be the right person, so be it. Not saying I'm perfect or nothing, or that I'm just out here better than everybody. He think he better than us out here. Hmm? Hmm? Like, yeah. Bring back organic relationships with content creators. Bring back art. You feel what I'm saying? Like I really want art to be the focus. Because I personally dislike the chat. Oh my God, chat. Oh my God, chat. Like I have ADHD, mind you. So imagine a person with ADHD saying they are genuinely tired of Mink, stupid. You're too late. Give me the ankles. Where you going? Hmm? Where you going? Weave? My weave game is impeccable. You missed, bitch. All I did was stand here. Hmm? All I did was stand here. You suck. Mink. 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 Come here. How about that? Get your ass out of here. Hmm? Game! For all of the Smash fans out there. But yeah, like in areas like this, right? I would suspect there to be a lot more people. Or at the very least, a bunch of gray dust on the ground to signify that a lot of the people who were turned to stone essentially got smashed to pieces. But then even that wouldn't make too much sense because Typhon wants to be worshipped, right? Like the entire point is Typhon is trying to usurp the gods of Olympus. So realistically, wouldn't it make more sense for Typhon for Typhon to like preserve as many people as possible.
Fenyx discovered a mysterious door, but did not yet know how to open it.
Just God kick it down. Boom.
Mortals can't do that, O Zeus.
Ugh, mortals are the complete worst.
Fenyx could not yet open the mysterious door.
Does this hurt? No? Just visual?
Also, I'm still here. I'm just working on my.
What's up? Come here. Talking about something. These nuts. Also, I heard you, man. You didn't even get a chance to get down with me, buddy. Game. Just every single time. But yeah. I've seen a lot of, now that I'm thinking about it, when it comes to like organic relationships on social media, I've seen a lot of people do get to a point where they just kind of casually mention that somebody gave them $100. Like, you ever been on somebody's Twitch stream and they just like, oh, thank you for the 10 subs or some shit, and you're just like, ain't that like 5 subs is like 20 something $30, ain't it? And so it's like, you,
Yeah, with the discount you have right now, it's like $22 after taxes.
okay, yeah, so it's like, you mean to tell me this person gave you what, $50, and you're just like, thank you for the subs, and then you just go right back to what you were doing? Nah, I gotta pause the game. I have to come to a full stop and fully acknowledge. What do you? And I personally just feel like that's the standard we should hold. And unfortunately, like, I'm fully aware that because of the standard other content creators have set, most of the time when I say that, a lot of people, they get irritated because they know their favorite content creators don't do that.
Athena's own skin
And they just like,
inspired the Greeks to create
like, I've had
beautiful
conversations
clothing
with people
and
where they get mad at
tapestry.
me and they're like,
She should have inspired them
don't
to
nobody owe
create
you
an
nothing.
elevator.
Like, people really be like, don't nobody owe you this, that, and the third. Like, if you want to give somebody your money, that's your choice. It's like, huh? It's like, technically you're correct in the fact that it was that person's choice, but at the same time,
And of course, your owl. It's a pleasure.
Fenyx knew the owl represented the wisdom of Athena. Wisdom she shared with mortal heroes on their quests.
Seems like a waste of good wisdom.
give me that. All right, I got 6 ambrosia. I can upgrade my shit again in a little while. Do I gotta climb? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's like, yeah, technically they don't directly owe you, but I hate the idea that that you can get rich off of the collective efforts of like hundreds or thousands of people, and you're just rich now. Like, you don't, there's no obligation to ensure the people who made you rich can, you know, find wealth themselves. That just seems really fucking dumb to me. Because when you think about it,
Ouch.
if I'm getting rich off of Twitch, right? If I ever get rich off of Twitch, and I start going back to the smaller content creators who raided me and this, that, and the third,
Huh?
I could raid
Ah.
them back. Like one of these days, I could go back to Sasori and raid Sasori if I'm the bigger content creator. Now I'm raiding other people, right? Making them bigger, and they come back and raid me later when they get bigger than me. Like continuously showing other people love and continuously investing in other people's careers, especially if it's a situation where, you know, you just recently blew up. That's the perfect time to just be like, all right, look, I'm doing collaborations with everybody. You want to get your start in content creation? I teach you how to set your whole shit up. Shit. I'll send you some money on Cash App to help you, you know, get your tools, because there's certain tools that I pay for my streaming setup, you know. All the information.
What?
Like just I personally feel like if a bunch of people, if you got rich and famous off of the collective efforts of a few hundred or a few thousand people, you should do as much as you can to give back to those people as often as possible.
What?
Oh my gosh, they look like dorks. I'm looking at my cousins. My cousins look like dorks. Oh, so my little cousin just turned 21. He do not look 21 years old. You do not look old enough to drink.
This land was bathed in Athena's wisdom, filled with temples dedicated to her skill and judgment. Sites of ancient mystery and dangers untold.
Nice. What's the rent like in this neighborhood?
Fenyx beheld a magnificent structure, the Archives, a place to study the heroics and strategies of past glories.
Ah, that will be where Athena is then. She's got my tactical mind, you know.
But you love all your children equally, of course.
Ha! Good one!
Also, one of the things that I've noticed is if I'm thinking about this correctly, right? This unexplored vault, it pops up here because I visited this area earlier in the game. So if the icons pop up when you visit places in the game, and you don't necessarily have to clear the map in order to see the icons, then really the only purpose of the fog is just to keep you from seeing like the flat picture that represents the map. And realistically, like it's not like this above perspective is so attractive looking that I just feel the urge to like, oh, I need to uncover the shits. But like, yeah, from this perspective, it just seems like the only functionality behind uncovering the fog is just to show you the visuals of the shits, because you can see the shits regardless. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I don't really see anything other than this in this area. There's a Wraith lair over there. I might go to the Wraith lair first, because I can go to the Wraith lair and then teleport back here, and then float the rest of the way over here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Where's the Wraith lair at? Wait, hold on, let me see something. Oh, it's directly behind me. So it should be in this area. All right, it's probably gonna be over there. Over there or here somewhere. Something like that. Okay, yeah, I was right. It's gonna be over here somewhere or over there somewhere. It was over here somewhere. All right, so we know what we're doing. Oh, is that ambrosia? Oh, how convenient. A part of me wants to get that jump ability where you can just climb and jump. But at the same time, there's other shit that I want to get. All right, so the Wraith lair is over there.
Looks like I'm missing something. I'll come back later.
All right. Got the Wraith lair right here. How do I enter? Oh. I was like, what? I was like, I don't just drop in. What's the problem?
I got fucked up.
Uh, wait, am I missing something? I mean, clearly you want me to do shits, but the question is, how do I activate the shits? Uh, is this one of them puzzles that's a real life puzzle for once? And I'm just, or are you not supposed to be able to interact with this until you get to a certain point? Because this game does that sometimes, where you just won't have the necessary abilities. All type of little shit. Okay, so the brazier isn't lit. There's lava over here for some reason. I don't. Is that a cosmetic thing or what? Is that part of the trap? Is that part of the secret? I'm looking to see, is there a switch on the outside somewhere that I can hit? Doesn't seem to be a switch up there. Typically there will be like a little switch sticking out from somewhere. Okay, so am I supposed to? Oops. Okay, I mean, here. Oh, okay, so it was a reverse shits. I mean, I like that. That's an actual puzzle. That's probably one of the first times in this game I've had something that feel like an actual puzzle. But I mean, at this point, now that I know exactly what to do, it's not really a puzzle, is it? And now instead of just the two, instead of just the one, now I got to do two of these bitches. Like I already understand the concept. This wasn't necessary. Ah, okay, let's just do it. Fucking bullshittery is this? Okay, there's lava on the underside of the shits. I just don't know how they want me to go about this. Because that looks like it goes all the way. Hold on, let me reverse the shits real quick just to see. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. So if I'm going to do this, does it mean I mean I could do it the easy cheat way and just max out my stamina with the crunchy rooms, but mm, yeah. What is that?
How about so?
Someone just started following me. What was this? Macho Wayne has begun their pursuit. Thank you for the follow, Macho Wayne. That makes 42 followers and a little over 20 subscribers, I think, because I refreshed my page. Hold on, let me double check. Yes, that is 43 followers and 20 subscribers. Thank you very much for the follow. We are here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I could easily, right? I could easily do the cheat thing, but obviously there's a pattern to it. So what I'm trying to figure out is if there's lava directly on the other side of the shits, does that mean you want me to shoot it through this opening and then do it? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like y'all want me to shoot it through this opening, cut around the corner like this, and start it from right here. Because I'd be trying to get into the head of the people who made the game in the first place. Like, what did you intend for me to do when you try to get me to do this? Like, where's the initial first shits? Okay, I mean, I could. That's doable. It's still kind of. It's less of a puzzle now and more of a skill check. Like, how nice is your dexterity when it comes to using these controllers? And it's not the easiest thing, but it's also not the hardest thing in the world. So, it's like I get it. But then again, I've worked on video games before, so my perspective on the experience is a little bit different. Because I never spent so much time working on games that I lost my hunger as a gamer, right? A lot of people who get into game development, they eventually lose their hunger as a gamer when it comes to their own projects because they're seeing it from the inside. So they get so focused on their ability to see their own creation from top to bottom, and they forget that from a person on the outside looking in, they're probably not going to have the same perspective.
Hi, how are you?
And like that's
That's
where
literally
I'm
why I
headed with
haven't worked on my own shit for like a while now.
because it's difficult. Like once you find something that you really like, you want to replicate it as organically as possible in your own projects. Like there are going like if I ever get heavily into game development, there are going to be some Zelda elements. There are going to be uh it's another game, RPG game that I really like. I like Cold Vein. That's a pretty good game. I like a
I
lot of the
still want to
Soulsborne
get fixed
games.
up.
Yeah, that's another game that I wanna play together. Once we get the capture card and shit for the PS5. That way it's actually like easy to set up and work with.
And you know, another PS5.
Right, because your shit got fried by nature. But yeah,
That's probably just say buy it on Steam.
yeah, I think this is one of those games that maybe didn't get play tested by people who are hungry gamers. Like hungry gamers with attention to detail. No voice lines for Atalanta?
I thought my boil order has been rolling in that for now, so I must have a 7-10. Got me.
Huh?
Yeah, I almost have 3,000 points.
Oh no. The fuck? Not her being frozen in midair. No, my dodge is not. My dodge is not dodging. Why is my dodge not dodging? It's not doing it consistently. The timing is a little bit off. There we go.
Those should be good in about 2 more minutes.
Wait, so I can't. What the fuck? So I can't. What the fuck? I can't perfect parry her shit and get damage off of it. Alright, I'm finna just start spamming.
Hey, yeah, Tommy, you got the majority of the viewers for Immortals. For the Immortals Phoenix Rising category, you got the majority of the viewers.
Lovely. Uh-huh, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. What the fuck? See, and this is another thing I dislike about this game. If the combat is supposed to be one of the main points of the entire game, then you have to make sure the combat is consistent. And the combat is not consistent. Like, you can't have janky hitboxes. You can't.
Ouch. Hot. Fuck.
Bitch, move. Why is that an insta-kill? Again. What the fuck? The homing arrow fucking going behind me after I dodge? What the fuck? Bitch. Not doing this shit again. Stop, bitch. Nope. I'm killing you. I'm killing your mistress. You.
Swift-footed Atalanta couldn't outrun Fenyx's weapon, but now her spirit could run free.
Hmm? Yeah. Okay, so she was a little damaged, spongy. But it is what it is. I kinda got the patterns down after a little bit. Kind of makes you wonder how long this game was supposed to take if you were stuck relying on the game, the resources the game gave you. Two for the price of one. So stupid ass out of here. All right, well. Time to go all the way back over here. I really like the visual effects of my character's flight. What is that? Oh, another treasure chest. I mean, I don't really care too much about the treasure chests now that I got the cosmetics. Don't try to distract me from completing the fuck out of this as soon as possible.
Ah, the archives.
Like, look
Did
at
you
this
know
place.
they have a rigorous process
It's
to
empty.
ensure the authenticity of every document submitted?
If you're trying to wipe out my desire to live, it's working.
Like, there are no people. Even in terms of like statues, like I don't really see any statues like that. Like you would think people would be here socializing, fraternizing, something. Some type of izing. And don't get me started on the fact that there's just enemies walking around. And they're somehow placed right here in this specific spot. Like no idea why, but like but you know, they're just here. They're in that specific area. Not up and down the shits where it would be most beneficial to stop me from progressing the story. They're just over there somewhere. Near the side quests, near the little, the little fetch quests, the little gather shits. And we're supposed to be meeting up with
Fenyx
Athena,
walked
so
through the archives. Crumbled statues of fallen heroes underfoot.
Because why wouldn't you just walk through a creepy, half-destroyed temple?
Fenyx is a hero, Zeus.
Hero is what they call a mortal who dies.
that's sometimes true. They be calling people legends and shit
Hello?
just because they died.
Is someone there? Come out and face me!
I don't want to come out. Except I just did.
Why did I listen to you? A child?
I'm not a child. I'm Athena.
Athena? Oh! Oh! The goddess of wisdom! The prophecy! A wise child convinced! That's making a lot more sense now. Oh, wow! You have no idea how much I wanted to meet you! But, why are you so small? And angry?
You'd be angry too if Typhon shrank you, then sent a Hydra after you. I heard your footsteps and thought you were his snaky-faced jerk.
Well, I'm not a Hydra, but I am a huge fan of yours. Gods, I have so much I want to ask you. Did you really beat up Ares in the Trojan War?
What? Oh, sure. Twice.
Wow! And were you really the judge during the trial of...
Sorry, what was your name?
I'm Fenyx. I can't believe I'm meeting the real Athena, even if she is a little little goddess.
Were you going to call me little girl?
I was, yes.
That would have gone badly.
I get that.
Okay. So I'm willing to accept that you're not a Hydra. But that means there's still a super fierce Hydra out there after me.
Where did
Gotta
Typhon
moisturize the
hide your
wolves.
essence? If you were restored, that Hydra wouldn't stand a chance. And we'd be one step closer to turning everyone back from stone.
That's it! That's the first step! The champion volunteers, brave of heart and questionable of fashion.
Wait, what?
I've been waiting for you! Only the mortal champion can walk the path of the heroes to free Kronos' Staff of Time!
Staff of Time?
Yes! It contains the power of the God of Time. With it, we'll be able to defeat Typhon and reverse the flow of time to cancel the stone curse. Without the staff, we're lost.
Oh, wow. You have a plan to get it?
Kronos lost it in the River of Time. It will only appear to the true champion who walks the path. The next step is to kill the Hydra.
I could help with that. I've done weirder things on this island.
Okay, great. That's all settled. You be my champion. Go kill that super scary Hydra.
Wow, that happened fast. A minute ago, you tried to crush me with a statue.
Yeah, but that's how fate works, champion. Step 1 to championing is go get that Hydra. Okay, bye.
That's deep. Is there any further wisdom that I should...
Okay, bye!
How clever of Athena to think of the staff of Kronos. She's always on the ball, that one.
I didn't know you were familiar with it.
Of course. Usually, she'd ask my advice, but I was away at the time.
What a loss.
What? I don't understand. You're asking me to go get a Hydra, but you're not telling me where the Hydra is. Oh, is it here?
At the falls, Fenyx beheld the fearsome stone heads of the Hydra. Fanged faces, straight out of a nightmare.
You should see Hera when she's mad.
I mean, I understand there's like a little puzzle here, but like, am I supposed to just go in the rift? That's another thing that confuses me about this game sometimes. I have no fucking idea if y'all want me to just... Okay, so yeah. So I'm supposed to fight the Hydra in here. But my thing is, if I'm supposed to fight the Hydra in here, then how the fuck did the Hydra chase Athena? Did the Hydra just get... Hold on, let me... Because I don't even know how big the Hydra is. How the fuck did a Hydra fit in here? That's what I want to know.
Pick on someone your own size, you monster!
Uh, the Hydra can create other monsters? Since when? And you hurt your own monsters with the juices? What was the point of that then? Uh, I mean, it's a Hydra, so obviously more heads are gonna come up. I'm in the middle of dodging and you hit me? What? Yeah. Now get your ass back there. Hmm? Die. Lay there. Lay there in the shits and die. Bitch, you were supposed to. Stupid. Shoot him. Yeah. Stay right there. No. I don't think so. First of all, how did that shit get out of your mouth? Why I can't. Camera. 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 I don't give a fuck about this cutscene, bitch. How did you even reach that far? Also, shouldn't more of y'all be doing that little, like, the thing where you, like, spit the fucking acid balls and shit? Stay in there. Ah. Wait, that was it?
And so, a fierce Hydra fell to Fenyx.
Is that really how difficult the Hydra is?
Defeats of heroes.
Wow.
Athena wasn't kidding. That was a snaky-faced jerk.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. That was a little underwhelming for a boss battle. Cause it's like, I understand it. The whole Hydra thing, you cut off a head, it grows another head, you gotta find another way to, you know, get around it or whatever. that's cool. It can be very difficult to apply that to a video game, like a bunch of different mechanics. You know, I get it. It's the whole process is difficult. But that was really the Hydra boss? A dorky looking worm? A fierce Hydra. But that it just really looks like a dorky worm thing? A dorky ween? But, you know, who am I to judge? I've never made a game like this before, so, you know. Maybe there's a you know, the Venn diagram of shits. You know, when they say if something is delicious and it's healthy, it's gonna be very expensive. It's kind of like that. If the game is visually appealing, and you feel what I'm saying, has great voice acting, it's probably going to be really expensive and or have terrible game mechanics. You can't have it all, apparently. Unless you're playing Helldivers 2. And that's the little puzzle shit that gives you coins of Karen, I think. I don't really feel like doing this, I'm not gonna lie. Because they can be kind of tedious at times. So let's just go back to the map and... Oh, you can't even... Really? Think about this for a second. Think about how far I had to drop down to get here. And y'all really want me to trek all the way back up here? Y'all couldn't put a fast travel point, a single solitary fully realized fast travel point, not a single one. This shit better be... I knew it. I knew that shit wasn't gonna go up to the top. Okay, whatever. All right, crunchy rooms to the rescue. I'm a big fan of making sure people who play my game can simply skip to the part where they see the fruits of their labor. Like I hate forcing people to walk all the way back, right? Like that's been one of my major pet peeves since the conception of games. So a few years ago, me and a couple of my friends, when we were doing the whole RPG Maker thing, we dug into, well, not we, because I don't know shit about coding or programming or anything. One of the people who was working on the game dug into the kind of like a pirated version. Like they took it, cloned it, RPG Maker. They took it, cloned it, and then started fucking around with some of the mechanics so they could do their own thing. And the game was supposed to be called The Legend of YouTube. It was literally a Legend of Zelda parody where we took sprite, like really sophisticated sprite makers, and by hand made sprites of all of our favorite YouTubers. And we were gonna create a whole online fandom about it, but we ended up stopping shortly after we got word from Bob, Wade, and Markiplier years ago, because one of the people who was on our team was very like, they were a really, really big attention seeker, right? So essentially they stopped spending as much time working on the game, and they primarily focused on telling everybody that they got a response from Bob and Wade. And eventually got a response from Markiplier and Lixian, because one of my other acquaintances has worked with Lixian in the past. So it basically killed the project, because I'm very big on just getting excited about shit. And when the excitement is not there because you have somebody on the team who really doesn't seem like they care about the project, They just care about the attention they get from the project. Everything suffers. So we went from essentially being right there on the cusp of fame and fortune if we would if we would have been able to effectively push a little bit further. But because they were one of the people who had access to the tools we needed and they were acting the way they were acting, they basically did the whole, well, I can just create a whole new team around the idea. But again, they overestimated their writing ability and they couldn't keep up with the dialogue that I was writing, because I was writing dialogue that was like very heavy, very like in depth, very layered, like stuff that you had to binge watch certain YouTubers personal content for, right? Not their main gameplay videos, right? But you would have had to sit through several of Markiplier's just talks, his vlogs, when he was just talking about his life, talking about his dad, talking about his relationship. You would have had to sit through that. That's the type of dialogue I was writing for people like Markiplier. That's the type of dialogue I was writing for people like Dashi. That's the type of dialogue I was writing for people like, Gabby and Jack, like Jacksepticeye. So when you take away all of that like heartfelt, organic, in-depth type shit, and you kind of try to fall back on gimmicks, you end up with a product that is ultimately nowhere near as impactful as the first thing. So once we got our foot in the door with them emailing Bob and Wade and Mark and Lixian, and we got our foot in the door, then that person started doing stuff on their own. It basically killed whatever positive relationship we had. And we barely had a positive relationship because we only got one response from the collective. Like they responded to us one time, this person lost their damn mind and took that shit way further than it needed to be. And with the arrogance and them talking down to people and just generally being a very rude person sometimes. Yeah, we just didn't want to work with them anymore. And they were the one who was doing the emailing. So eventually the whole Legend of YouTube parody that we made, it went down the drain. I still have access to some of the writing because it's in my Google Drive, right? So it's I like if one of these days I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna show y'all how much creative writing I did for that project, and it'll blow your fucking mind because it's like pages and pages and pages of like me writing out the entire plot, writing out the dialogue line by line. So instead of like an actual author, so instead of simply putting a bunch of fucking ideas in the Google Drive, I sat and I wrote out the entire game from start to finish. And then I started writing dialogue into like the parts where I was explaining like, okay, so this happens, this happens, this happens. We could do this, that, and the third, or we could do this. And I just kept going and going and going until finally I had basically written out the entire game, or almost written out the entire game. And we were
What if
just
we
sitting in.
kickstarted this?
What'd you say?
I said, what if we kickstarted this?
Hey, I'm down. I'm 100% down to kickstart this project because I still have all of the creative writing and I still own all of that. Like I own the rights to that creative writing because I was the first person to put in that much effort with the Legend of YouTube. And I still have old intro animations and everything. Damn, I gotta look in my old files, but
We could
That would be
100% like
awesome, honestly.
revamp it to like a full like title release.
hey shit, I'm down.
That'd be cool.
So
I mean-
yeah, I wrote it all out, and actually, let me do this right now. I'm gonna go to my Google Drive right here and see if I still have access. Let me see, to the main file. Oh no, it's not Google Drive, it's Docs. I keep saying Drive when I mean Google Docs, because Google Docs is the thing that you can add multiple people to. So I didn't just take over the whole writing project, by the way. That's not how I carry myself. What I ended up doing was Port of the Dragon Queen, blah blah blah. There's made the Asylum rework. Group game. There we go. Yeah, I still have access to it. So let me see, the Witch Facing the Goblin King.
Because it's been a hot minute since I've actually like worked on the game I've been working on. I can tell like I've forgotten a lot of shit on how to do it. But I'm 100% down to relearn. and work on a little project like that. And if we can kickstart it, you know, get some more talented hands on the team.
All right, so the premise of this game was essentially uh that you had a video game universe, right? That was just as real as ours, because you know the what is it, the infinite shits theory, where there's an infinite number of universes, timelines, divergences, all of that. The idea was, by pure coincidence, at the exact same time we were testing a virtual reality thing, something else happened in a parallel universe that made our universes kind of intersect just long enough for us to get stuck in the virtual reality shit. So that was the basic premise of the game. Us getting stuck in a virtual reality thing, because we took inspiration from Sword Art Online and shit like that. But the idea was, it's kind of meta, because instead of us just doing it typically like, oh, there's this random company and the company is like, you know, they have scary practices, they're not safe, they're not trustworthy, and you know, you just get fucked over. We were like, nah, we are the creators of the VR shit, right? It's our company. But we were testing our own product, and eventually that's what happened after we tested our own product. So instead of us having to create this whole like convoluted thing where there's a bunch of unnecessary twists and turns because of some random person running what is it, running an unsavory company, instead what you get is just a group of people who were doing something fun and then stumbled onto something that was like, yeah, we could do it differently. uh do some spell correcting. But yeah, we could take as much as we want from this game, and everything's color coded. So let me share my screen
Oh,
real
thank
quick.
God. That makes my life so much easier.
All right, so when you look at this, right, uh, basically everything's color coded to let you know who wrote what. So everything that's in green right here is literally everything that I wrote. So when you look through, you realize I wrote the vast majority of the fucking plot out. There are very little instances where like other people were like genuinely writing shit. There's 16 pages of the shit.
Ooh.
This is dialogue between Link, Markiplier, and the party, and they speculating. Introduction. So uh essentially we were going to have our favorite YouTubers be different heroes and bosses in various video game shits. Mm, like different jokes and stuff that they wrote in, right? Like this is an example of the dialogue that they were writing in. Like, don't you think this would be offensive? No, you can't really offend Irish people. Seriously, you can't. Like, just this is the dialogue that they wrote.
That 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 dialogue right there, I could tell you would be perfect if we could get Jacksepticeye to say it.
Hmm. So we have we have a character called Darkiplier.
I love that. I love that.
And I'm not gonna spoil what character. I'm not gonna spoil on stream what character he's supposed to be looking like. But yeah, as you can see, Darkiplier. But yeah, um, so this is the dialogue that I wrote. Let me before. Well, I done already done this for like 2 hours, so I'm gonna hop off stream real quick and get excited about this shit with my friends and come back to the stream either later today if the homies hop on, like the other homies hop on, or I'm just gonna do another stream tomorrow or sometime this week or whatever when we actually have an idea about how we're gonna do this. Because I've already done some crowdfunding before, like helped other people with crowdfunding, and this will be the perfect opportunity since I have new followers, new subs, and everything. Let's do it. You know, I could go from simply being an entertainer to being a creative writer. And this is one of my dreams, by the way. Creative writing is one of my aspirations that I don't tell anybody about. I've always wanted to be a creative writer, somebody who could really just create a whole story for people to sink their teeth into, like to gossip with my fans about the possibility, like of changing different things about the story. Like, because I know some creative writers get upset when people tell them, oh, I wish you wouldn't have did that, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, it's my story. I can do what I want. But like, when you have that many people in love with a world you've created, it's only right to work with the other creative minds who have consumed your content to like create something even more beautiful, even more creative. That's kind of what I want to do with it. Like as we're getting step by step milestones of our progress, I kind of want to come to the internet, come to my Twitch channel and, do some gaming every now and again, but mostly transition to being a creative writer, even being a voice actor. Because little known fact, I spent a lot of time by myself when I was growing up in the abusive situations I was growing up in. And I had a lot of time to practice different voices. So one of these days I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna do my Sheen impression, my Mickey Mouse impression, fucking Dragon Ball Z abridged. I can do Krillin, Goku, Vegeta, right? So seeing all of those characters when I was growing up, it kind of affected my ADHD in a way I kind of, do my stimming. And eventually voice acting became stimming for me, like, repeating certain voice acted lines. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop back on here and eventually just, tell y'all whatever plan we come up with to crowdfund this game. I might even be able to get some of the originators involved, because there's specifically one person, Panda. Panda is one of the people who was a part of this project originally. And even though they didn't specifically have like some crazy, oh, they were just one of the best writers I've ever met, whatever, it's just nice to make sure that the people who I started with could still be a part of this project and profit off of it. Plus, since everything in the Google Docs is color coded, I know who wrote what. So whenever I take from somebody's ideas, right, I want to make sure that they get compensated. So it's like if this person came up with the idea, even if it's not legally protected, I don't want to use somebody else's idea without their consent and profit off of it. And just, that just seems kind of fucked up to me. So we going to look through this as a group, and me and Bubbly Hermit are going to figure out how we want to crowdfund this, uh, and get back to y'all. Thank you very much for gifting subs. Thank you very much for all the new follows. Thank you very much for rating. That's the first time I've ever been rated by somebody. Yeah, dope ass stream today. W stream as always. You know, I'm having fun with this content creation thing. So as always, thank you very much. I'm Kami the Wolfboy, aka Pretty Blicky, aka Slick Blick, aka your favorite baby father. Please love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you supposed to know if somebody else really love you or not? And be yourself, because being somebody else takes way too much effort. I love y'all. Happy holidays. I should see y'all tomorrow. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. Because as always, I'm gonna see you later. So see you later.